What's up? This your boy No Chill Chad checking in, and man, I've just got a really big video for you guys this time. Just an overall update, everything that's been going on, everything that's been slowing me up. I haven't made any content. Uh, what else I've got done to the car. This is gonna be pretty much. I'm gonna try to give an overall update of everything on the car. So it's gonna be just a video showing of lately what I've added and overall everything on the car. Pretty much in the detail. Not too much in detail, but just enough so you can understand everything that's done to the car. Because a lot of times people look at the car and it's just like, oh, it just looks like regular. It's like, oh, let's really get down to the nitty gritty and get to the details. But it's also going to be a video just to show thanks to a lot of the supporters, people watching my videos, my sponsors, my partnerships, everything. This journey has just been very, humbling, overwhelming at times, but now I really feel like I've kind of like reached not the pinnacle, but I feel like I'm at the mountaintop. So I'm not at the tippy top yet, but I'm at the mountaintop. So you guys just lock in, stay tuned. I've got a story for you guys. All right, guys. So, man, when I tell you it's been a long road, it's been a long journey for this car right here, man. This car right here, it's been a long road, it's been a long journey. But like I said, I'm kind of at the mountaintop. I've been humble, I've been chilling. I'm really feeling really good. And I think it's just time that, I really give thanks to a lot of the relationships I've built and everybody else that's been along for the journey with this vehicle. If you follow me for a long time, I have my 5th gen, I have my 6th gen, and pretty much everything I kind of get my hands on, like I just can't stop. I got the mod bug and I always want to just do it for me, but at the same time, I try to just try to be the best at it of whatever I do, just in general. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna kind of just give the rundown on, I'll just start here. Hey, so, I got a new job opportunity. So I no longer live in Houston. I'm now located in Austin, Texas. All right. So that's probably one of the biggest updates. I was doing a lot of moving. So that was a big transition right there. That was a big process. In the midst of that, if you watch my old videos, you know that I was selling my old wheels. I sold those back in July. And after I sold those, the build time for my new wheels was 6 to 8 weeks. I was trying to make it to LS Fest, and just, they're busy. They're a busy company, and we didn't get it in time. So what I was saying was, it got a little cold. I had to put on my hoodie, man. Got a little chilly. I'm in the shade. And so it took a while for the wheels. I didn't make LS Fest. It literally took about right at 9 weeks. The difficult part was the wheels that I got were 20 inches and I got a step lip. So that means the face is a 19-inch face and they step down to a 20-inch, which just typically isn't common. So it takes a little bit more time to source those barrels. And that's pretty much what slowed it down. And then once we finally got the wheels in, I had missed my deadline to be in the shop, so we had to wait to get my car in the shop. Finally got the car in the shop. We had to put the rear end on the car because, of course, I told you guys I was getting it shortened. So while doing that, there were a couple hiccups with that. Also with the torque arm, we just had a couple hiccups. You know what I'm saying? It kind of slowed it down. So that took about another 3 weeks. And then once we got everything done, we tried to put the front wheels on the car, and the front wheels didn't fit. They were a little bit bowed out, only because when they built the wheels, I told them that I had the Baer big brakes, and they were trying to, you know, compensate for the size of the brakes to clear. Well, with the brakes that I have from Baer, the beauty of them is that they're big brakes, but they clear the factory 17-inch wheels. So I really don't have to mention that when getting wheels built, because as long as they fit the factory wheels, it's gonna clear regardless. So now I finally got the wheels. Signature rides, Baton Rouge. I had to go pick them up. You know, I wanted them ASAP, so they were gonna ship them to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come get them. So they helped me out. They opened their doors late. I got there like 8, 9 o'clock, and my guy Jace and Chris over there, man, they let me in, let me pick up the wheels so I can get back over here to Austin, and I can get these things mounted up, because I just was like, yo, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for these damn wheels, and I'm ready to ride. You know, of course, I've driven the car a couple times with like the stock fronts and the new rears, but you know, it was just give me some drive time. I wasn't trying to do anything extra. But let me just show you the car so you can just see what I'm talking about. All right. So guys, I'm debuting my new wheels to you guys, and these are 20-inch Forgiatos, step lip, 19-inch face, and it steps out to a 20-inch. 7-inch lip on the rear. I got the rear end shortened 3 inches on both sides. So you get that nice lip on your F-body. The rear is not tubbed. You know, there's no metal fab to tub the rear end. This all fits under the stock body. You just gotta shorten the rear end. Rear end is quick performance, clears the brakes. Really, I got plenty of room. But if you move it back any further, then it's gonna hit the body. So I probably could have got, you know, some more lip, but it's gonna move the wheel back, and you know, it's probably gonna hit the body. Front still got some good clearance on there. Nice size little lip, step lip on that as well. So that's the biggest change to the car. The other thing was I cut my grill. My guy Richie Paint and Body, he was able to you know, fix all my where I hacked it up, and he was able to spray it, respray it, clear it, so it looks really good, man. Especially coming down the road. Like you see that cooler coming down the road? Shh, serious business, bro. One of the other things, of course, leather, suede, Dynamica, suede, red seat belts, Apex leather, man. Enrique's Upholstery in Houston did that. Looks really good. People like, you know, some people like, oh, it got the green stitching. Well, it's got the green stitching. Oh, to match the brakes, man. It's just the little details. Just the little details. And of course, you know, my alternator is green. Can't really see it. So, you know, when we do the new valve covers and stuff, I'm gonna get those green so I can really just add it all together. But this is it, man. This is gonna be it for a while. I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna be able to enjoy the car, drive it, some shows, go to some meets. You're gonna see this thing a little bit more outside than usual. It's not gonna be, you know, I can drive this thing anywhere. If it's too far, I mean, I got my trailer, I'm gonna put it on the trailer. But, you know, this is gonna be it for a while. I need to chill out, stack up some money. A couple other things I need to do to the car. You feel me? Another thing, you know, this is probably one of the biggest things I want to do this video for, man, is, you know, for the supporters, you know, like I say, my sponsors, my partnerships, my relationships. This is probably one of the videos I'm really just kind of just giving thanks. I really want to give thanks to everybody that's been on this journey with this car. You know, I bought this car as it was my high school dream car. I wanted this car, 2002 red SS Camaro. I wanted this car. Really, I wanted the 35th with the stripes and everything. But I decided to, small settle. I say, as long as it's red, as long as it's 2002, I could put stripes on it, but this was the biggest thing for me. So this car right here was really just an ode to my younger self. And I think I've achieved it to make my younger self proud. Like, seriously, if I can go back to high school, man, and just, saying, like, talk to myself in the future or something, in the past, and be like, hey, what you think? You know what I'm saying? I know myself would be like, yeah, bro, you did that. Super clean car, super nasty. You know what I mean? So really, I'm just going to kind of go through the build and just give thanks to everybody, everything on the car, man. First, definitely going to start with the engine. Definitely going to start with the engine. J-Rod Speed Shop. Thank you for everything. I met these guys on the internet a long time ago. We chatted up when I was in Atlanta and Tampa. Always admired their work. I told them, if I move to Houston, I'm going to have them be building on my car. When I told them I got the job and I was moving to Houston, I was like, hey, you're the only ones that's going to be touching my car. And thank God that, I was blessed, to have that relationship with them and trust their vision, trusting their work. You know what I mean? From everything in the motor, from the cam job to the headers to just the motor build to the Procharger setup, hiding the lines, anything that I asked them to do or I have an idea for, they always try to make it happen. There have been a couple times I was frustrated as far as the time to build something or the time to get it in the shop, because it's a small shop, you know what I mean? But they do amazing work. They do amazing work. And I know I don't have the most patience, but building a car, you're going to develop a lot of patience. And thank God that, the patience I got from these guys, that they were able to just, instill in me and just trust them to just build the car, man. So they're the only ones that have touched this car, inside and out, they're going to be the installers of everything on this damn car. No lie. Second, shout out to Holley Performance. Holley has been on board with this car. I didn't even think, buying this car that I really could get any sponsors on board, because it was an old car. You know what I'm saying? You don't see too many F bodies. Everything is G body, B body, donks, new cars. Man, I got this idea from Holley, and I just was like, hey, this is what I got. And it was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. And they've been on board since day one, with my car and even my truck, man. And when you look at Holley, if you go to Holley's website, they have every brand you could think of, man. Holley, the MSD, the valve covers. Just go on their website and click on the link and on the little menu tab thingy, and you're gonna see all the brands that are under Holley Performance. So once you get on the Holley wagon, you're anything is possible at that point. I want to give a shout out to Richie Rich Paint and Body. Like I said, he did my grill. He has been on board with all my cars. Probably one of the best painters I've ever come across. His work is just as meticulous as J-Rod Speed Shop, except he's a painter. He's a one-man show, and he's super meticulous. Any ideas that I have, anything I throw at him, he's going to be like, yay, nay, I can do it, I can't do it. This is what's going to be best. He painted all my calipers on all my cars. You know what I mean? Except these, of course. But shout out to Richie Rich Paint and Body, man. He doesn't really do too much social media. He has one, but he's a one-man show, so he's always busy. So I just want to say shout out to him. Optima Batteries, man. Shout out to them. They've been on board for the last 2 years. Same thing, I just reached out to them, told them my vision, and they were like, hell yeah, we need somebody, You know, we need an ambassador like yourself, you know, that takes pride and joy in putting the best products in their car. And they support the dream as well, man. And they've been around for a long time, so they know their stuff. I mean, I know some people are like, man, you know, yeah, I hate it, I don't. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I like them. It works. You know, I mean, there's always other companies out there. People can, you know, everybody has a preference. But for me, shout out to Optima, man. The thing that a lot of people don't see, you know what I'm saying, is the Procharger. The Procharger is down there. It's down there. If you can see it down there, it's down there. You don't see it, but it's down there. You know what I mean? And I definitely got to give a shout out to Procharger. It's been a long dream of mine to kind of team up with Procharger. Like when it comes to centrifugal, Procharger is the name. People say, is it Procharge or Supercharge? That just lets you know, that the name Procharger just holds weight. They don't even know it's just centrifugal versus root style. They just know Procharger versus everybody pretty much. So shout out to my guys over at Procharger. I really appreciate them. Had a lot of questions. I needed some parts. One call, one email, and they're on it, and they get it to me ASAP. No questions asked, man. Procharger, I salute you. I appreciate it. Two things is cold case and ECP. Cold case, they jumped on board. I appreciated them. You know what I'm saying? Had the radiator in for a little bit. When we put the Procharger in, it did not fit because the Procharger is super tight in this engine bay. It did not fit. So I had to do some measurements. One of my guys over in Cali, Extinct SLP, his F-body, y'all could check him out. He measured his radiator for me, gave me the measurements. I gave them a call. They were able to get me out this new radiator that fits in stock, and it's the stock size and everything. And I'm able to get great cooling, great cooling, and still not sacrifice the space that I needed. So shout out to Cold Case. You know, y'all, if you want a radiator, definitely get Cold Case. You know what I'm saying? If there's a fitment issue, there's a size going on, ECP radiators, they also have some options as well. Both are great. Check them out, man. Check them out. All right, when it comes to the wheels, Forgiato, Rob, Signature Rides, Jason, Chris, I appreciate you guys working with me, really supporting me with my build. It's been a dream to be back on the Forgiato team. And I could just see that definitely Forgiato's put you in a whole nother just playing field. Gets a lot of attention, et cetera. But I like I said, I did it for myself. I always want the best of the best on my builds, and Forgiato is definitely the best of the best. Everybody doesn't agree with going with 20s, on a Camaro. Everybody kind of likes the 18s, the 17 kind of look. But these are my show wheels, you know what I'm saying? These are my stunt wheels. These are my cruising wheels. But don't worry, I'm going to have a drag pack coming for you guys soon. But these right here are going to be for my show. When I go to that show, you're going to see that big lip in the rear, and you're going to see that floating cap. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see that cap floating just like that. Also, Toyo Tires, man. Toyo has been down with me for about 4 or 5 years now. Since about 7 years. 2017, man. I've been riding with Toyo since 2017. 7 years. That's crazy. Stan, I appreciate you. My guy Matt over at the Retrofit Source introduced me back then, and I've been locked in with Toyo ever since. So definitely shout out to Matt. Shout out to Toyo. I appreciate everything. So I'm back in the rear of the car. Corsa. Man, I've been locked in with Corsa for probably almost 10 years. Almost 10 years with Corsa. Shout out to Sean, man. I appreciate you for everything you've done for me, everything you've done for the ATL Muscle crew. We appreciate you. I really want you to know that you are appreciated. Windrestrictor, they've been down with me for about 7 years as well. wind restrictor. You get those custom wind restrictors in the back of your car. And of course you get like the LEDs, whatever color you want, custom engraved. They've been down with me for about 7 years as well. Apex Leather is probably one of the newest partnerships I've got on the team, and I really do appreciate them. They hopped on board, no questions asked. They checked out my car, saw my vision, and I got everything over to Enrique, and he made all of this happen. Everything looks good. The seats are so comfy. Shout out to Seatbelt Planet. Seatbelt Planet. I reached out to them, and they're pretty. Let me see. No, I think they're in Oklahoma. But man, they've been so helpful. The transaction was easy. So if you need your seatbelts done, Seatbelt Planet. Any color you want, Seatbelt Planet. If you need some leather, some suede, whatever you need for your car, any type of upholstery, Apex Leather, man. Hit them up, buy the material, send it to your upholstery shop. All right. Still not done with the interior. I'm getting everything, you know, wrapped in leather, suede. We're gonna get everything, some carbon trim in here. But it's still a journey. It's definitely still a journey. I want to get my music, you know. Let me know what music company I should go with. Is it gonna be like Sony, MTX, Pioneer, JL? I need some music. So please tell me who I need to go to for music. All right. Houston Chrome. I think that's the name of the company, Houston Chrome. Man, they're so helpful. They're so nice, man. If you need your stuff chromed, hit them up. They pricey, but they the bomb. Super great customer service. Highly recommend. Some of the things you don't see on the car from the outside is the suspension. QA1. I hopped on with QA1 about almost 3 years ago, and I bought their full QA1 suspension system, level 3 handling package for the 4th gen Camaro. So I got their coilovers on all four. I got their full rear suspension package that they offer, and their torque arm. So that's all QA1 for the 4th gen. They didn't have anything for the front of the car. So at first I only needed the rear, you know, for performance purposes. But as I was getting more into the motor and things like that, I definitely had to dive into the front. So with the front, everything on the rear, anything that's black suspension is QA1. Anything that's red suspension is UMI. Shout out to UMI. When I tell you one of the best customer service when it comes to performance, not only because like they have their own cars they build the products with, you know, that their R&D. So they take the cars, they do the R&D, they have their own track. So then they track the stuff themselves that they add on the car. It gets no better than that. You know what I'm saying? They are super active on the forums, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube. They are active. So when you don't think they're around, or you're talking bad about them, or you're talking good about them, whatever it may be, they are watching. Dave, Ryan, Ramey, shout out to them guys, man. I met them over at PRI about 2 years ago, or probably about a year ago. And man, I had reached out to, I went over there to their booth, and I was like, yeah, you know, I wanted to speak to Ryan, because I spoke to him before a few years ago, and it was like, hey, okay, you know, what's your name? I was like, Chad. It was like, you got a red F body, you know? I was like, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, we're familiar with you. I'm like, how? Because they're active on those forums, man. So just when you think somebody's not paying attention, you know what I'm saying, they really are. So definitely do your thing. Definitely do your thing, because somebody's always watching. Probably one of the first mods I got was my Baer Brakes. After I got into a little fender bender when I first got the car, I was like, man, I got to upgrade these brakes. And Baer, which is a product of Holley, you know, extended an offer that I could not refuse. I was going with purple brakes, but it was a little dark. And I was like, man, if I'm gonna get these brakes, I want to make sure I'm rolling down the highway or whatever, and you can see these brakes. Brakes is very important. So I just went out of the box even for myself, and I went with the monster green. People ask me all the time, why'd you go monster green? I can tell you, I just wanted something loud that you were going to be able to see, and it actually worked out. So that's how that goes. But like I said, you know, overall, I really just wanted to give thanks to everybody that's just been on this journey with me. After I put the wheels on this past weekend, I kind of got a little emotional, you know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like I said, I really felt like I just achieved such a high place on this build, and my younger self would just be so fucking happy. Just, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. There's a couple more things I still need to do, but for the most part, you know, this car is solid. Not gonna lie, top 5 in my honest opinion. My car is top 5 of like the nicest, the cleanest F bodies on social media. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some nice, clean cars. There are some nice, clean cars that are just, you know, either just stock or tasteful mods, you know, a cam, a nice little drag pack or something. There are some nice ones out there, not gonna lie. But just overall, in my opinion, you know, I'd probably say mine is top 5. But overall, to be honest, I don't plan to be the best. It's always gonna be somebody better. But when you talk about the best, when, you know, wherever in the world, somebody's like, oh, 4th gen F bodies, and they start talking about the best, I just want to be in the conversation. That's it. I just want to be in the conversation. If you could just throw my name in the hat and be like, hey, I need you to name, you know, the top 20 best, the top 50 best, whatever it may be, I just want to be in that conversation of who might the best. Because it's always going to be opinionated, but I just want to be in that conversation. That's it, man. One of the other people right here is Wolfbox, man. Wolfbox, reverse camera, dash cam, super dope camera, man. It's a conversation piece. People ask me about it all the time. You know, reasonably priced. You know, I think anybody probably should grab one. But here we are, man. Here we are. But guys, you know, Thanksgiving's coming up, and I just wanted to really just give thanks to everybody that's been on this journey, man. That's what it comes down to. I'm humbled by it. I'm really appreciative. I thank God for a lot of this hard work, determination, patience, and a dream. A dream. And, you know, people ask me all the time, like, you know, what's your favorite build? I mean, my 6th gen was an animal, not gonna lie. 6th gen was an animal, but, you know, with this journey, I've seen this one like from the bottom. Yeah, my 6th gen, that was a new car. So, you know, a lot of stuff you didn't have to touch. But this one right here, to see its journey, man, it's like watching your baby grow up. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look, hit me up, questions, comments, concerns. Don't forget to check out my website, nochillchat.com. Don't forget to go to my YouTube and share it. Social medias, No Chill Chat. You know, you can find me somewhere. And hopefully in 2025, you'll see this car at a couple LS Fests, Texas 2Ks, Rick Ross Show, Whips by Wade, Street Whips, Whip Addict, all them big shows, man. I'm coming. 2025 is all pressure, and it's a mother effing problem. You feel me? Let's go, man.